It's offensive, huh?
God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Fantastic rendition of Old Canada by Skylar Cole earlier on. And we'll be back after this. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Sunday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Thursday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The forwards, Harris and Tucker. Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Toronto, Barnes and Siakam will slot in at the small and power forward. OG Anunoby is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, home in the paint. They'll have their work cut out for them in this one, Doris. As we know, teams typically don't play as well on the second night of a back-to-back.
You're right, Kevin, because that all comes down to fatigue. A rested team obviously has an advantage over a team playing the second in as many nights. The numbers always back that up.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. And here's Harden. Tucker a screen. Harden the pass to Tucker. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Misses the 3. And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. Pass to Barnes. Takes it off the glass.
This Scotty Barnes in his element. He's so confident in the paint.
So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
And I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Siakam outside. Pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Doris, we know one thing the Raptors had benefited from was consistent leadership.
There's no doubt about that, Kevin. You think about the front office consistency, and success in the NBA generally starts from the top and trickles down. You can absorb a coaching change and still have a culture in place because, again, things start at the top.
There's Schroeder. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pirtle sets the pick for Siakam. He's looking for Pirtle and finds him. Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, getting his points the hard way. Jakob has to absorb contact and able to use his strength there.
Martin looking it over. Maxey in the corner. Anunoby with it. Maxey covering. Siakam finds Schroeder. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Maxey. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid with the screen on Schroeder. And here's Harden for three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, this is the basis of James Harden's game, right? That three-point accuracy opens up every other aspect of the floor and his scoring ability.
Now here's Barnes. Over Harris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
That one on Harris.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
How about Scotty Barnes, guys? The 4th pick in his draft class, a guy who proved from the outset he was going to be reliable, efficient, versatile, and a two-way player. Pretty impressive stuff.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes. But you know what, Greg? Still working to take that next step. What do you think is his key?
Kevin, that's an easy one. It's going to be perimeter shooting. You know, we get spoiled with all the other things he can do, and he's had a tremendous start to his NBA career. But I think to become that superstar, the jump shot has to become a weapon.
And Harris drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Siakam with it. Schroeder outside. Embiid against Barnes. And a wide open look for Siakam. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, all you have to do when a teammate has the basketball is beat a target, and Pascal steps into it and lets it go. Nicely done.
Now, here's Maxey. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Milwaukee. Out to Harris. Back to Maxey. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. Oubre's checked in for the 76ers. D'Anthony Melton comes in for James Harden. Maxey passes to Embiid. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The 76ers, number 1.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Barnes against Oubre. From short range, Barnes can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside, Maxey, Tucker a screen. On the wing, Melton. Clock at 4. Here's Embiid, and Poeltl sends it back.
Very hard to get a shot off over Jakob Poeltl when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
Barnes against Oubre. Barnes kicks to Anunoby. Barnes looking around. Boucher sets a screen for Barnes. Off target with his 3. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Schroeder against Maxey. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Oubre against Barnes. Poeltl with a screen on Oubre. Barnes passes to Poeltl. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in.
Down it goes! Down it goes!
His answer!
Nice.
It's all tied in Toronto. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
14. The 76ers. 14.
some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, read out there with Mohamed Bamba. Then it's Harden. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Oubre in at the 3. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. As ever, Joel Embiid has the pressure on him to be the franchise player. He said it's not an easy job. If it was easy, everybody would do it. When you're actually the best offensive player and the best defensive player, you got to make plays. You can't be perfect. All I can do is try to do my best every game. Kevin?
Well said. His best DA is pretty great, isn't it? Thank you so much for the report. Here's Harden. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Harden kicks to Oubre. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Raptors with the lead. Passes it to Achua. Flynn against Harden. Here's Achua. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the 76ers. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Here's Melton. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Coaches say, GA, the league has a problem when it's punishing the retaliators and not the instigator. Do they have a point?
Kevin, I think so. But for any scuffle, it's worth asking who started it, and that's what we do in life normally, right?
Toronto with the ball. 76ers getting the bucket. McDaniels kicks to Flynn. Siakam outside. This one for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Now Harden following the three-point attempt by Pascal Siakam over Trent. And the jumper is on the mark. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for Philadelphia. The Raptors have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Siakam looking around. 9 feet out. And again, Toronto no up.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Oubre. Here's Bamba. And rebounded by McDaniels.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from. You want to command the defender's respect.
Trent gets the bucket.
Oh, the scoring ability of Gary Trent Jr. makes it difficult on defenders to guard against that mid-range. My goodness, that was sweet.
The 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Bamba. P.J. Tucker comes in for Reed. Tobias Harris is checked in for Oubre. And Maxey subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Now, here is Harden. His last outing, he had 24 points. And Jalen McDaniels, Doris, much like his brother Jaden, can be a menace on defense.
That's a great word, Kevin, because he has got such great length and versatility on the defensive end. The frame is wiry, but believe me, he's stronger than he looks. This is a guy who's not got a big name by any means, but Jalen McDaniels can be a solid rotation guy. Boy, he has that great combination of strength and athleticism. Tucker loves to attack the rim.
Here's Barnes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Barnes has got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
1:21 left to play here in the second quarter. Embiid with the screen on screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. There's a timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Number 1 is Joel Embiid.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
.112 left to play here in the half. Siakam finds Barnes. Back to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam now with a tighter handle. Now can manipulate the defense as that guy dictating action and pick and roll play.
Now, here is Harden. 7 points in the game. And he drives in. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
When you have one of the great scorers in the history of the game, as you do with James Harden, obviously you want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
The Raptors have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Pirtle. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots. Maxey looking it over. With the crossover. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Siakam outside. Just 5 on the clock. Free throw line jump shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Toronto ahead, up 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head.
Their effort on the glass is keeping them competitive. They're active at both ends, chasing the missed shots. That's their advantage in this matchup.
And now let's take a moment to look into the future. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Big men on the floor for him. It's Siakam and Pirtle. Dennis Schroeder is out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Harris passes to Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Back to Embiid. Misses the baby hook. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. The NBA, of course, is so loaded, it's not easy to come out on top. Joel Embiid said, for us to be able to win, we need to try to be perfect. I need to play at the highest level possible. Our shooters and defense have to do their job. It's tough, but it's fun. I guess you have to enjoy the journey as well, Kevin.
Yep, the journey, right, David, is the reward. That's for sure. Dave, thanks. Outside, Maxey. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Well, if you're that wide open, I can promise you James Harden will find you.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Siakam kicks to Barnes. Back to Siakam. There's the pass to Purtle. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. Number 1, the Raptors.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 20 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints. Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Siakam with it, now defended by Embiid. The kick out to Barnes, lets it go with the 3, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Here's a look at some stats. Last season, he played outstanding. 9th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. And both free throws good for James Harden. Here's Schroeder. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Siakam. Maxey against Anunoby. Barnes outside. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Schroeder. Over Harden. Not as good in the 76ers lead. Is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Schroeder.
You love the no hesitation from Dennis Schroeder. Just catch fire and let it go.
In the corner, it's Harris. Passes it to Embiid. And Purtle pulls it down. Siakam outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Siakam's got 10 points in the game.
Well, high percentage shots are always at a premium. Pascal Siakam gets a great look there.
Maxey finds Embiid. Harris a screen on Purtle. Embiid inside. Arms on him. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
From deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Harden the pass to Embiid. Embiid just overpowers the defense inside.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
And the Raptors with some changes. Achua comes in for Purtle, and Chris Boucher's subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Philadelphia also making some changes. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Embiid, and it's DeAnthony Melton in for Maxey. The pass to Boucher, from past the arc, and Bamba pulls it down.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Harden kicks to Melton. No good from outside. Toronto trailing. Anunoby with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Harris finds Bamba. Back to Harris. Over Barnes. Harris's shot is good.
He has become a pure shooter. And from mid-range, Harris is deadly.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Barnes against Harris. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
This is a guy very willing to put his body on the line. Scotty Barnes gets that defense to commit and accepts the contact.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than the average numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. McDaniels comes in for OG Anunoby. And Trent subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Melton. Lays it up off the glass. Melton's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Melton against Barnes. Screen by McDaniel. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
This isn't the focus of Scotty Barnes' game, but you wonder how proficient he becomes from deep.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's all tied in Toronto. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next.
32.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the 76ers, Patrick Beverley out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then there's Oubre. Then it's Bamba. And it's Reed in at the 4. Now here's Trent. Pass to McDaniels. Porter with it. There's a good screen to the paint. Oh my goodness! What a play!
Well, the basketball IQ on display for Otto Porter makes the right read there.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam King. Trent against Beverley. He kicks it to Bamba. A 3 nailed from three-point land. Bamba's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Zero hesitation, guys. You just marvel at centers like Mo Bamba, the ability to knock down jumper after jumper.
Siakam up top. Reed covering. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Outside, Porter. Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Siakam. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
Boy, as that shot clock starts to dwindle, you cannot get rushed. Pascal Siakam so comfortable.
Oubre outside. It's Beverley on the wing, defended by Trent. And that one's good. Beverley.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Toronto calls timeout.
With the timeout.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Achua. Patty Barnes comes in for McDaniels. OG Anunoby's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Trent. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. Now, he told his guys they could do this. In the huddle, he said, we've been here before and come back. So we know we can do this. We just have to believe. Inspiring words. We'll see if they live up to them. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
To take the lead, again, Toronto.
Very hard to deal with the quickness of OG Anunoby. Gets into his pull-up game with no hesitation.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Tucker a screen. It's Harden with the drive. Kicks it to Tucker. In the corner, the Terrace. Another three for Philadelphia.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about they look to Pirtle in a critical stretch and he comes through. The pressure bringing out his best.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Siakam outside. Schroeder against Harden. Pitch to Anunoby. Toronto working the ball around now. Stolen by Tucker. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Harris. A shot off that time. Good D by Barnes. The Raptors shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. For three, Siakam. Great positioning on the putback.
This team loves it when Pirtle can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get his points, but this is an easy one.
Tucker a screen. Harden the pass to Tucker. To the right side. Embiid wide open. Buries it from three-point range.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Siakam outside. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Schroeder against Harden. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth.
Right, they have to love that it's James Harden going to the free throw line. This guy has been a fantastic foul shooter. Just a little more pressure here.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done. Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Siakam kicks it over to Schroeder. Pass to Anunoby. And here is Pirtle. Passes it to Barnes. 4 on the clock. Siakam inside the three-point line. Rebounded by Tucker.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And stolen by Siakam. Barnes outside. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Taking 2 shots.
And And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
No, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Two-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Schroeder against Harden. Schroeder outside. And the pass to Pirtle. He kicks to Barnes. Bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Oh, big-time delivery from the young Scotty Barnes. Clutch moment, no worries.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse.
Now is that time to grab a free shot.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. With force, Embiid takes it to him.
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moment.
So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Congrats, James, on the win. This is a very tough team. What does it mean to beat them?
It meant a lot. We wanted to come out here and play with some energy. Guys made shots defensively. It was a gutsy win for us.
I'm sure you'll see these guys again. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, James Harden.